How's it going, ladies and Bruce? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Danganronpa THH. Now we need to kick off where we left off. We haven't had any murders yet, any more murders yet, but we are on the lookout for an insane homicidal transformer who has been beating down Hifumi. We need to talk to him. That guy was Robo Justice.
Indeed.
That's Robo Justice you're referring to. Is it not?
What the hell am I looking at?
This is the one that attacked Celeste and Hifumi. Isn't that right, Hifumi? Yeah, that's him, I'm sure of it. Robo Justice. It's got RJ on it.
Can't be.
Robo Justice, huh?
Damn.
This just keeps getting stranger. He left his Justice hammer on the floor. It's a hammer, just like the one Celeste was attacked with in the rec room. But this one is Justice Hammer too. And on top of that, this one's actually a little bigger than the first one. Well, Hifumi's a bigger target. You attacked me with that hammer. Bonked me right on the head with it.
Well...
A hammer that big? I'm surprised you're still okay. I'm not okay. Look at all this blood.
Hey.
Protein helps heal wounds, you know. Would you like some? I've never heard such a thing. Are you sure it isn't just you? Ah, good timing. I missed you. It's him. A robot of justice, huh? Now things are really starting to get exciting. What kind of special moves does it have? Can it fly? Can it combine? Ooh, dear God, I hope it can combine. That'd be amazing.
What?
Why is he here?
Are you okay with this?
Let us not concern ourselves with him. All we need to do now is get Hifumi to the nurse's office right away. There's no nurse though. Whatever else we do, he needs to be treated as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You're right, let's go. Thanks everyone. Yeah, we don't hate you, Hifumi. You're just a weirdo. And a perv. We moved every anime needs a token perv anyway. We moved Hifumi to the nurse's office on the first floor so he could take care of his injuries. How you feeling, Hifumi? You want me to take a look at you? I'm okay, I think it stopped bleeding. I'm still kinda dizzy though.
So then...
Perhaps you should rest here a while.
I suppose...
Yeah, good idea.
Well then...
The rest of us should get back to looking for that mystery assailant.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed, before another victim appears. The Justice Hammer seems to be increasing in size. First one and now two.
So in other words...
If there is a Justice Hammer 3, we can only assume it's even bigger than the first two. If you get hit with anything bigger than that, you'd be dead for sure. Tell us what happened to you, Hifumi. Well, I woke up early this morning and started looking for Alter Ego ahead of everyone else. I went to the third floor and that's when the strange costumed man attacked me. That must be what I witnessed around 7 this morning.
Well...
After that, he dragged me to the library and whack! Down came the hammer. That must have been 30 or 40 minutes ago. At around 7:30, in other words. We would have still been in the dining hall, which means Hina, Sakura and I were together, and Kyoko was still with us. So we all have alibis. I was in the laundry room doing my laundry.
Yes!
His black underwear is as black as the pitch black darkness of the blackest night.
What?
The Great White Ninja. Why do you know that? Isn't it obvious? Because I was peeking. Anyway, so that means Byakuya and Toko were together at the time. Meaning they also have alibis. You can't trust that. You know Toko would cover for him. And the only ones who don't have alibis for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked are the only two we haven't seen yet. Hiro and Taka. That's right, isn't... That's it, right?
Very strange.
By the way, what happened to Kyoko? I haven't seen her anywhere. Yeah, she was supposed to be checking the second floor, but I didn't see her up there at all. Where could she have disappeared to? She's disappeared, huh? What a strange woman.
So that's it.
So it might be exactly as I suspected. Hold on. Kyoko was with us in the dining hall when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked, so... I'm not talking about who attacked them.
In other words...
I'm referring to what we talked about last night. Who the mastermind spy might be. Are you saying Kyoko's working with the mastermind? That's not possible.
What?
Isn't it? This woman, who seems almost eager to handle dead bodies, hasn't even revealed her true identity.
Hey!
Isn't that a little bit suspicious? Like, too suspicious? Like, if you were a spy, you'd be eager to reveal your identity and blend in, you know? Save this discussion for later. Right now we need to focus on finding the suspicious individual.
Okay.
At least he sticks out like dog's balls, doesn't he? A transformer with Robo Justice on him, carrying hammers around and shit. Yeah, if we don't hurry, there's only going to be more victims. Now maybe why Kyoko and Taka and Hiro haven't shown up yet. She's right, we have to do something about that mystery man first. Don't worry about me, I'll catch up with you guys after I rest a bit. Understood. Take care of yourself.
Well then.
Okay, let's go. I feel like Celeste and Hifumi are hitting it off. So whoever that is running around, why are they wearing that weird costume? Don't bother looking for a reason from a deviant.
What to do? What to do?
Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of, even here.
What?
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something's moving around at the top of the stairs. Really? Up on the second floor then.
Damn.
You bastard, you won't get away from me. We are shot toward the stairs. He must be around here somewhere. Let's split up and corner him.
Well.
And don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, call out and I'll come running.
Oh,
Okay, but what should we yell?
just a second.
Anything, it doesn't matter.
So then.
Then it's ha! Okay.
What are you saying?
Ha! Or doya! Or whatever you want, just yell loud enough so we can hear you. Doya! I've never heard such a reaction. Okay, whatever, just hurry up and start looking, okay? Let's go. Hey, Mr. Robot, where you hiding? If you don't come out, we're gonna decommission you. We spread out in every direction to track down the costume suspect. On the second floor, you say? Should we check the shitters? Suppose we should check the shitters. Oh, that's the girl's shitter. If I was a psychotic robot, I'd hide in the shitter. This is where the bathroom cleaning supplies are stored. I don't see anything useful in there. Oh, okay. That strange cry. That had to be Celeste. Came from the floor above. She's on the third floor? I sprinted up to the third floor. How'd she end up up here?
Everyone.
Over here. Everyone who heard the scream came running.
Just a second.
Celeste, what's wrong?
What?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared. He must be down the hall. Come on, let's go. What is it now?
Huh?
Whoa, it's really true. But that doesn't matter right now. Huh? What was that? I came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we gotta go back.
What?
What about the suspect? We got to all this trouble to capture him, right? And why do we split into two groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting.
So then.
Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya.
So then.
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, you guys be careful. With that, we split into two groups. Me, Celeste, and Hina ran downstairs to the first floor.
Just a second.
He's in the nurse's office. Let's go. We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson. Oh. They got him, huh? Oh yeah, they got him. It's the hammer again. Everything was covered in red, and the center of it all the red was Hifumi.
No! What?
It looks like something very bad has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way!
Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? It's not nighttime, is it? Go away, you bastard. It's not nighttime yet.
A body has been discovered.
Oh, yeah.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the? That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement? When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means... It must mean Hifumi. Someone killed him. One of us. One of us? And look at that. When Celeste said that, she pointed to something. Something on the floor. Something that had also been on the floor after the last 2 surprise attacks. That means it has to either be Taka or... Who's the other one that's missing? Taka or somebody else. I don't know who the somebody else is, I've forgotten. Can't really be, can it? The Hifumi is... Anyway, before I do anything, I have to confirm what I saw. Another hammer. Justice Hammer 3. And it's even bigger than the other 2. Just as I suspected, one strike from that and you are finished. Then the killer... There can be no doubt, the suspicious individual. Going by what Hifumi called him, the culprit must be Robo-Justice. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall. So how'd he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, like, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now, we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then...
Shall we go? Hina, snap out of it.
Huh?
You okay, Hina?
Sorry.
I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda... This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay then, I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well, I leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but I still hadn't stopped trembling from what I'd just been through. Imagine Hifumi's trembling. Everyone else is already on the 3rd floor. I have to hurry. This is where everyone was chasing after the suspicious individual. Where was he headed? Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He ran off going further down the hallway. Way into the back of the hallway? What's that? The art room? The physics room? Physics room's the furthest part of the hallway. Everybody here? As far as I can tell, there's nobody here, but still. I feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. This presence. It's coming from over there in the back. In the back, you say? Like over here. They must use... oh, okay. I leapt through the doorway, and when I did I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me. Taka as well? And is there another hammer there? There in a pool of his own blood. It's Taka, dead. Dude, we lost 2. And I was just starting to like Taka too. A next generation legend. Hifumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after another. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. But still... why is this happening? What happened to Toko? Toko? Don't tell me Toko too. Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right, when Toko was Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh? We tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just have to leave her be for now. It's like you said, I should just leave her alone for now. Alright, Sakura, you let me know. Oh, there's another hammer. It's big. How many hammers can one guy carry? Justice Hammer 4, and it's even bigger than before. It's a suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too.
However...
but why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3? Ah. We haven't told you yet. What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one who's been killed. Hifumi's dead too.
What? Hey!
Hifumi's been killed? Yeah.
I see.
Which is why he came to get us. Then we better get back to check it out. Of course, come on. So Sakura, Byakuya and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi's dead, right?
Indeed.
Well, that's not all. It is gone. What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Hifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It's disappeared? That'd be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here? Everyone, get back to the nurse's office. What? I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. The evidence is still here. Hifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. You'd need a fucking crane to get him out of here. It just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom. Well, we're only gone for like a minute, and then when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come to carry the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all gonna die here. We're gonna die just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken? This is unnatural.
Huh?
What do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment locker.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be. It can't be.
No!
Hina.
Calm down. We're all gonna die, all of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up. You could carry her.
Huh?
Sakura could carry her. So she's still unconscious?
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. I'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting. Right now we need to hurry back.
huh?
I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. She could punch your head clean off, you know that. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back up to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... She's fine. Toko! But Taka's missing. Thank God you're okay, but right away I noticed there's something very different here. There's drag marks too. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared.
This is...
Can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. How can we inspect the body if they're gone? I know I saw it before, and what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What, are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree.
Huh?
We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone was together on the 3rd
it
floor.
is so.
After that, we split into 2 groups. And now this time you came as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only one who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who was still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you're in love. That's not it at all.
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule's in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule, I'd mince you. Mince you without a second thought. Mince you, grind you, turn you into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish? Like shrimp or crabs? Indeed.
Let's see.
So since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more. Not by the same hand, but by other people, should they assume.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without it, though.
In other words...
With that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it is Hiro. But is he really the killer? It doesn't seem like the type, hey? And what about Kyoko? He was in denial for ages when we first arrived. If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey Makoto, what's the matter? No, it's nothing. Whatever, we need to find those bodies, or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well, let us split up and begin searching.
but
There's no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
I mean,
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but if you're still nervous, I'll come with you. Okay, thank you. No need to thank me. Now let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. Where? Should we try classrooms? Nobody ever goes in the classrooms. They're the obvious place to dump shit. You know? Completely worthless, those rooms. I mean, how far can you have taken a body? You know? Can't have gotten that far, right?
Huh?
Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? That's the question, isn't it? The door must be locked. What? We can always get in there, can't we? Sakura, open the door.
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that? Why is that door locked? That's already sus as. Super suspicious. Super suspicious. We'll just have to check every room on the way down, I suppose. There's a hammer. Can we take the hammer with us? We could, should we really take this Justice Hammer 1? What the heck is with this thing? Be good evidence, wouldn't it? The hammer? We got some classrooms out here. I guess we'll check those too. Nada. Man, classrooms are terrible. Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh? You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies. They'd both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository. What the fuck is a repository? Oh, I see. So it was the room that I initially expected because it was locked randomly. It's the art room thing. Are the bodies here somewhere? They're near. Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. Then I have no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door. And when I entered, I saw... There's going to be our new graveyard, is it? The 2 bodies that had disappeared were right here. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered!
We noticed, yeah.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What if they're both killed by different people? How does that work? And so here we are.
The
What?
Monokuma file!
Now what? I was going to hand them out when he found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for
No.
you.
Now make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class
See
trial.
ya later!
Well now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is just too awful. Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
It looks like a cat. Large wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this was some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. What? This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember. Their name. Yasu.
Hero. It was Hero. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return, just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That's the only person that he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
The case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, and then going so far as to hide their bodies? A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends.
fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in a little life or death game here. But this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this. To make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Investigate. First I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death to each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Yeah, the hammer. That's
Very
it?
strange.
Pretty strange, but we got way less information this time than before. That's no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. You talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude, I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
They don't become blackened, but they can have an
Each
accomplice.
murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
Are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. Just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only the blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who the blackened one is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Okay, let me take the opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
dream!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person.
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you, and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened, an accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to the case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible, but for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think you should consider this certain someone a suspect, just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend Genocide Jack.
what?
I'm offended. You, when did you... I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? Like I'm a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she'd be able to move Hifumi's body. Besides, I can calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation
It's
anyway.
all clear now.
And that's that, let's begin. I don't want to agree with you, but I agree with you. You would be useless. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Oh, it never fucking is. Alright, we need to wrap this episode up because we're out of time for today, but in the next one we will do our investigation, and in the next one, after that, we got a big old class trial, which takes about an hour and a half every time. But yeah, this time we will chop it up, just like I did last time though. That first one was nuts. Hope you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.